Aksha Jain from the IBT Lab, South Asian University. In this video, I'll be discussing how can we analyze the hydrogen percentage in our gas sample. For that, we'll be seeing how to plot the standard hydrogen curve from the analysis that we do through gas chromatography. In previous video by Ravindra Mahato, we've seen how to analyze a gas sample using GC. We've understood the various components of the machine. So in this video, we'll see how to analyze our sample, how to analyze the results that we've got from the sample, and how to use those results to plot a standard curve.
So we have injected our sample, that is hydrogen gas, into the gas inlet port, and this is the chromatogram that we have obtained post run. As you can see, there's a distinct peak at about 1 minute. This signature peak of highest intensity belongs to our analyte, that is hydrogen. As we have injected a pure hydrogen sample, we have only obtained a single peak of such intensity. So we conclude that this peak belongs to hydrogen. In this chromatogram, there's two axes. On the x-axis is the retention time in minutes, and on the y-axis is the signal intensity in microvolts. In gas chromatography, the gaseous sample analysis uses the thermal conductivity detector, which works or detects the analyte in volts. So higher the amount of this analyte, higher will be the intensity. Let's go to the post-run analysis page and understand this further. Here the chromatogram has peak for hydrogen at about 1 minute with the retention time 1 minute with retention time at the x-axis, which is the time taken for the analyte to be reaching the detector. And we have intensity on the y-axis, which is in microvolts, that is the amount of sample being detected by the detector. And below this, there's a peak table which gives us a quantitative overview of this chromatogram representing the area and area percent of the peak that we are obtaining, and it also shows the retention time that we get for each peak. In this, we can see that we have obtained a lot of minor peaks which are covering hardly any area, 0.3%, 1%, and so on. However, there's one peak at about 1 minute, that is the hydrogen peak, which is covering the maximum area percent, approximately about 90% of area. We understand that this is the peak that we have got from our pure hydrogen sample that we have injected at a retention time of 1.081 minutes. The other peaks which are occupying 1% or less than 1% of the area are maybe because of impurities in the gas sample. In this case, we will only concentrate on the peak that we are obtaining, which is covering the maximum area, and that peak is our hydrogen sample peak at 1.081 minutes. So this is the chromatogram that we have obtained when we have injected 0.1 ml of hydrogen gas. Please note that the area under the peak is 819358. We are now going to replicate the same protocol for about 5 to 6 different volumes of hydrogen gas in the range of 0.1 to 0.5 ml, and we are going to be noting down the area that comes under the peak. So as you can see, this is the chromatogram that we have obtained for 0.2 ml of hydrogen gas. If you compare this to the previous chromatogram, you would observe that the intensity has increased because now the volume that we have injected in the inlet port has increased. So you could see that the area is increasing linearly as we are increasing the volume of the injected gas, in this case hydrogen. So we are going to be repeating this process for a lot of different concentrations, and then we are finally going to make a plot between the different volumes that we are injecting versus the area that we are obtaining under the peak. So we are going to make a table of this sort where we put hydrogen volume, that is the hydrogen volume that we are injecting in ml, and the area under the curve that we are going to obtain from the peak table. We are going to then plot a scatter plot using hydrogen volume as the x-axis and area under the curve as y-axis. Once we plot this scatter plot, we are going to see that there's a linear increment as we are increasing the volume. The area is also increasing linearly. The equation that we have obtained for this curve is y is equal to 6e plus 6x, and this equation can be used further to extrapolate the value of hydrogen percent in an unknown gaseous sample that we are going to get from our fermented broth. As the r square for this curve or this plot is 0.9 and above, so we are going to accept this curve, and this can be used for analysis of the percent hydrogen in an unknown fermented broth sample. So this is how we prepare a standard curve for hydrogen, and using this we can find out the unknown percent of hydrogen in a gaseous sample. Same process can be done for other gases as well. In case you have any doubts or queries, please write in the comment section. Thank you.